The Motion RC Skynetic S-Bach 342 is an interesting flying plane for some good and some bad reasons, which I'll dive into. Now, I'm not here to sell you anything. I bought this plane with my own money, so if it flies like a total piece of crap, I'll tell you. If it's awesome, I'll also tell you that too. Let's see if this little profile foamy deserves a place in your hangar, or if it's just another hangar queen. We would recommend just selling it at this point, as it looks worse than a pug with failed plastic surgery. The Skynetic S-Bach doesn't exactly fly like your average Twisted Hobbies plane. Honestly, it hits the sweet spot for a 1-meter wingspan plane. It's light enough to fly in your front or backyard, relatively decent at 3D, but still has enough weight to pull off crankshafts and flat spins. Kind of. This doesn't come without a few tweaks. First one was an accidental discovery. I slapped an LED with the battery from one of those cheap Amazon slingshot toys onto the vertical stab. Weird idea, but it actually improved hovering and flat spins thanks to the added tail weight. Straight flight suffered a bit, but hey, trade-offs. For a Harrier, I noticed significant wing rock, especially at higher angles of attack.
Come over to me. And remember to continue.
Some planes let you ignore the wing rock, not the S-Bach. If you slack on corrective aileron inputs, especially at higher angles of attack, the wing will drop like it's had enough of your nonsense. Rolling Harriers, though, a breeze. With the added tail weight, once you start the maneuver, you barely need to do anything. Just scale down your rudder inputs and use minimal elevator. Funny thing is, I didn't realize until after filming that I was running very little expo on this plane. It needs it. Torque rolls were challenging. Or maybe that's just a skill issue. My best run was basically held together by full left aileron. The plane spun so fast it practically became its own gyro. Knife edges are strange. S-Bachs have a strange rudder and fuselage design, which attributes to the weird knife edge performance. If you keep it at a relatively high airspeed and use minimal rudder input, you can get it to lock in, kind of. If you have it at a low airspeed though, with high rudder input, it will become uncontrollable, like trying to ride a shopping cart with one broken wheel. Flat spins are what you'd expect from a profile foamy. Depending on how strict your criteria is, it's more of a super tight rudder turn. For some reason, when I put the 3-blade prop on the S-Bach, it was almost impossible to do a flat spin. If you try to enter it with a downline roll, it will turn into a weird knife edge spin, and it is almost impossible to get right. The added tail weight from the lights helped a bit, but it's not everything. It's not that anything is wrong with it, it's just that you can't expect good flat spins from a foamy profile. Profile foamy. Think of it like a goldfish asking a goldfish to do calculus. Just not built for it. Crankshafts are similar to the flat spins. It's more of a tight inverted loop or a waterfall than a crankshaft, but then again it does make cool noises that crankshafts make. Matt, did you hit a crankshaft?
Yeah, I've played crankshafts. I've done it before. You like it, Steve? You want it?
Of course, half the fun is pretending that you're revving a miniature race car in the sky.
So your plane can do the most.
Pop-tops are nearly impossible, but cool upline stick jams are definitely possible. Hovering is pretty good, but not amazing. Make sure to put significant amount of expo on your elevator before attempting it. You really have to stay on the ball for it. The full flying elevator really gives it a sensitive touch. I even was comfortable flying it in the attic, and yes, even in the living room. Though this is a great flying plane, there were a few things that bugged me once I got past the kid on Christmas morning phase. First, the battery compartment is a friction fit. I've never had a pack eject mid-flight, but once the fuselage needs hot glue and the fit isn't perfect, you've got a problem on your hands. Not the end of the world, but worth noting. The bigger annoyance, flight time. Even with the recommended prop, you're looking at just under 5 minutes when flying aerobatics. Thanks to the friction fit compartment, there's no room for a bigger battery. I tested it out on the lower power setting. I squeezed out 7 minutes. Not terrible, but you definitely want a handful of 3S 450 milliamp packs. I even tried a 3-blade prop, but all I got was a hotter motor and about half a minute less flight time. Even worse, it even made the ailerons to be less responsive during hovers, and it made it almost impossible to do flat spins for reasons up to armchair engineers to figure out.
Alright guys, on a 5-minute timer, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So if I do my redneck math, 2 minutes, let's see if you can see it, 2 minutes, 32 seconds, y'all can do the math. That's not a lot of time on a 5-minute timer.
I had a ton of fun flying at night. I never had any big issues with seeing it, but I did get disoriented a few times. Overall, the Skynetic S-Bach is a very capable 3D foamy that can do many things that traditional lightweight foamies can't. It's a great bridge between the full fuselage aerobatics and ultra lightweight aerobatics. I have had over 20 flights with it and have never gotten bored of flying it once. Its unique size and weight allows it to be one of the few planes that can do some higher energy maneuvers and still be able to fly in your front or backyard, or even in your house. At one point, I nearly buzzed the living room lamp. It felt like Top Gun, but with drywall. Thank you so much, boys, for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. Peace, boys.